It's been another busy couple days in the aviation world, so time to take a look at some of your latest developments. From Lufthansa Cargo boosting its German operations, to an airline that wants to fly only with the Airbus A380 unsurprisingly pushing back its launch, and Alaska Airlines announcing a new route. Let's begin with Lufthansa Cargo, who have said that they will be extending their freighter network to now Munich, with operations to begin from the group's southern German hub next month. The freight company will utilize an Airbus A321F, or passenger to freighter, if I'm really getting into the specifics, to serve Istanbul airport in Turkey twice weekly from Munich, commencing the 6th of July 2024. Lufthansa Cargo says the flight will operate as LH8350, LH8351, and also LH8346, 8347, with service conveniently jetting off on the weekend, that is Saturday and Sunday. Again, being twice weekly. The company will offer customers the ability to book their shipments on the new route immediately, should they wish to do so for their own convenience. Lufthansa highlights that Munich Airport offers ideal conditions for expanding the freight service under the cargo division. Furthermore, fast and reliable air freight transportation is required. The company believes it's well positioned to be able to provide this. Following above average growth rates in 2024, Munich Airport has been proving itself as an important location as a future cargo hub. And now, Lufthansa Cargo is committed to attending to that, with its hub in Munich, which is a total area of 38,000 meters squared. While service to Istanbul is obviously being paraded as an exciting development within the group, it is not the only route that is in the pipeline for eventual commencement. The company believes Istanbul is really just the beginning and will basically act as a launch pad once service commences. It will lay the foundations, as I said, for further expansion, and Lufthansa Cargo will continue to assess all available markets and deem which ones may require freight connectivity more than others, and this, with time, is where it would then look to deploy its freighter aircraft. With several aircraft acquisitions and route expansions across the last 18 months, Lufthansa Cargo has certainly been committed to increasing its presence across Europe and other markets. The freight provider believes that despite plateauing demand for e-commerce, it's still hugely important to its business, and it should be able to build a very solid foundation to ensure long-term success. The diversification is incredibly important for Lufthansa Group, and the freight division certainly is included in that. Moving to the United Kingdom, where startup long-haul airline Global Airlines has been forced to push back its prospective launch by 1 year, with now scheduled operations expected to commence in 2025 instead of the previously targeted 2024, that being this year, which always seemed unrealistic. I'm sure many of you, though, will have the view that 2025 is also unrealistic, but this is the year the company is now rolling with. To catch you up, if you've maybe not heard of Global Airlines and just so happen to be new to the industry, this is a prospective airline based in the United Kingdom. But why did it make headlines more so than other companies? Well, its outlandish claims that saw it say it would fly the Airbus A380 from London to destinations right around the world. Furthermore, the prospective airline said it would only fly the world's largest passenger plane and nothing else. Global Airlines acquired its first A380 a few months ago after previously stating it had done something similar a year earlier. However, much work still needs to be done to ensure that the aircraft is ready to enter into service, such as the cabin configuration and also essential maintenance. Despite adding Hi-Fly to its long list of partners to help get the A380 fleet and airline up to speed, there are visible concerns surrounding the business. Notably, the crucial air operator's certificate AOC is still missing, which without the carrier will not be allowed to fly. Despite this, Global Airlines says it has made steady progress over the last 18 months, including obtaining interest from major funds and institutional investors. However, analysts question the prospective startup's viability and whether this will firm into anything solid, let alone if this airline will ever actually get off the ground. If all goes according to plan, a massive if, Global Airlines wants to initially target deployment of its Airbus A380 fleet, which it hopes to grow with time to destinations in the United States. The company has specifically focused in on New York and Los Angeles. That will be the first two locations from London Gatwick. These locations, however, would see global airlines struggle to acquire slots. Remember, they're not just hard to come by even for a well-established airline, but they're very expensive. We're talking global airlines wanting to fly into Los Angeles International, New York JFK, and major airports that would be able to accommodate this aircraft type. Moreover, global airlines would be competing against legacy airlines from British Airways to Delta, American, and so many others. It's absolutely no easy feat to dive into, and we've seen low-cost transatlantic airlines struggle to do so. All these ambitions ultimately also involve utilizing a widely inefficient aircraft for most airlines, which did see production cease for a valid reason. Analysts argue that for a startup to make this work in such a legacy-driven market with the need to fill such also high-capacity planes across every flight, that's a lot of information to digest, but it's unlikely and also ridiculous. Either way, Global Airlines has readjusted its expectations and is now targeting a 2025 launch with a pushback there. Over to Alaska Airlines, and they're planning to launch a new seasonal route from Portland to New Orleans in 2025. Service will commence from January 6th of next year and run through to May 14th of that same year. To cater to the demand, the carrier will be utilizing its Boeing 737 jets for the route daily. Portland is actually one of Alaska Airlines' top unserved destinations from New Orleans. Thus, making the connection between the two vibrant cities is a progression of the airline's route network that is deemed necessary. Once this seasonal service commences, Alaska Airlines will obviously hope to make it year-round, and as a result, the number of people traveling between the two cities is expected to increase considerably with greater connectivity options. The airline has specifically optimized the timing of these flights to offer a convenient morning departure from Portland with an afternoon departure from New Orleans, so it gives people time either to get over to New Orleans as soon as possible or spend the day there. Alaska Airlines is celebrating the continued presence in Portland with this new route. The company's actually been the largest airline here for more than 2 decades. Their commitment has not only been unwavering, but they know they need to continue excelling and expanding their portfolio of non-stop destinations. New Orleans will become the 55th location the carrier will serve from Portland International. However, the company is always eyeing prospective new routes that could grow even before this one commences. On your screen now are their connectivity options from Portland. As you can see, it's quite extensive. That is going to conclude today's aviation news recap. Thank you very much for your support here on the channel. It is certainly appreciated. If you have any thoughts, you're best to leave them down below in the comments. Thanks again, and I'll see you same place, same time tomorrow.